What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. So much is happening in Nigeria as elections are getting close. And of course, we can always talk about all those election dramas and laugh about it. But guys, it's been 6 months since our university students have been home. In fact, it's been more than 6 months because university workers are still on strike. Are you not bothered by this? That's half of a year gone already. Don't forget that last year, ASUU was also on strike for more than 2 months. And in 2020, these students were home for 9 months. There was COVID, but there was also ASUU strike. ASUU was on strike for 9 months. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, they were on strike for 9 months in 2020. And then in 2018, ASUU was on strike for 3 months. I'm just saying that if you combine those months that these students have lost, they've lost at least 4 semesters. That's like 2 academic years. Someone that was supposed to graduate in 2020 is still a student in August of 2022. This bothers me a lot. I know that this has always been the case in Nigeria. When I was growing up, at least, if you attend a public university or a public college in Nigeria, you just never know what year you will graduate. You only know the year that you got into school. But for real, are we not tired of this? Like, something needs to be done. We can't continue the same thing, expect a different result. And why is it that this whole country is not outraged or protesting about this? Education is a fundamental human right. It is non-negotiable. As Raf likes to say here, a lot of our politicians, they actually intentionally try to ensure that people are not well educated because they know that when people are well educated, they make better choices when they are voting for their leaders.
If you have a will and you believe education is important, the government will raise any amount to the entity. Look, there is a government that are giving 400 billion naira into that money. That is more than what we are asking for.
So it's like our leaders don't care about this because, quite frankly, they don't want young people to be educated or know their rights. You know, we were all hopeful that they would finally call off the strike this week when they had the meeting, when ASUU had the meeting again with the government. But once again, the Buhari's government is refusing to give university workers what they're asking for. And what are they asking for? All they want is for the federal government of Nigeria to honor the 2009 agreement that they made with ASUU. They made this agreement, which includes reviewing the condition of service of lecturers every 5 years. Every 5 years, is that too much to ask? Also, they are asking that the government should adopt UTAS, that's the University Transparency and Accountability Solution. And finally, they are asking for a revitalization of our public universities, better learning environments. Is this too much to ask?
So you don't think that the government is sincere?
It's not. What we have told them is in the disagreement. Give appropriate budget allocation to your educational system. Forget about the quantum time. Give a percentage. In Ghana, they give no less than 16%. In South Africa, they give no less than 60%. Check all value for Nigeria have the lowest, 5.3. I will say give 50% as others are doing. Give priority to education.
Once again, our leaders are refusing to agree to these terms. You know, I saw this headline by ASUU president saying that people should not vote for politicians with children abroad. And I'm like, shoo, who among our officials have any of their children studying in Nigeria? Especially at a public university in Nigeria. Me, I don't know. Please, maybe you can name them in the comment section because I don't know any of them whose children are not studying abroad. And for ASUU to be asking for a revitalization of our schools, I mean, have you guys seen pictures and videos of some of the schools where the children of our politicians are studying abroad? You know, many of them go to Ivy League schools, expensive schools abroad, Harvard University in the US, MIT, Stanford University, Stratford University in the United Kingdom, University of Buckingham, private colleges in the US, in the UK. These schools are nice. I mean, when you see pictures, when you see videos of where their children are studying, and it doesn't have to be Ivy League school, by the way. Practically all colleges, universities abroad are really, really nice. You want to even study. Even community colleges look better than our universities in Nigeria. It's such a shame. You see, these are some pictures of community colleges here in America. Why wouldn't anybody want his or her child to study at a place like this? And this is why some parents in Nigeria will sell their land, take loans, get in debt, just to get their children to study abroad by fire, by force, even though they know that it's extremely expensive, because guess what? They don't charge international students the same amount of money that they charge their citizens for school. In fact, they don't charge double. Sometimes they charge triple. In fact, sometimes they charge more than that. Their own students may have to pay like $7,000 a year, while international students have to pay 20-something thousand, 30-something thousand, 40-something thousand.
That is the problem. It's not about the quantum. As I speak to you, if you watch out in about 1 month, since July, if you found out our exchange rate went high, you are aware. You know why? It's when Nigerian people are paying school fees in foreign countries. It's the massive amount of foreign countries they needed to pay school fees outside the country that you had that massive exchange rate increase.
It's ridiculous, and it's because they know. They know that a lot of us want to come and study abroad because of all the stuff happening back home, and so they hike up the price for international students. And international students don't always get scholarships, unless you do exceptionally well in SAT, for example. Unfortunately, though, this is not sustainable. A lot of parents cannot afford this tuition fee. Even if they sell their land, they sell everything they have, a lot of parents still cannot even afford plane tickets to get their children out of Nigeria. But guess what? It used to not be like that. Nigerian schools were so good at some point that Africans from other African countries would do anything to study in Nigeria. The same way people are trying to study in America, in Canada. There was a time that people from South Africa, from Ghana, from Kenya want to go and study in Nigeria. What happened to us?
This present system, this present government, and even the one in the past, they have absolutely no regard for the Nigerian educational system. There's no university you go to Nigeria and you see foreign students. So why are our people leaving and nobody is coming in? That is the cause of all this our strike. Why are our lecturers leaving? We spend so much money training a lecturer, TETFON spend money training a lecturer. After training them, they leave the country.
And now we have run-down buildings in so many of our campuses. We don't even care. Some professors will only show up when they want. And do you know, it's so sad that millions of Nigerian students are in school, but they are not studying what they want. They are studying what they were given because of cut-off mark. Many Nigerian students don't even know that it's not like that outside of Nigeria. Once you get accepted into a college campus, you get to choose whatever you want to study. And above all, you only know when you get in. You have no idea when you will graduate. In the meantime, the private universities that we have, they're very expensive. That's the only other option that a lot of parents have if they can't send their children abroad. But the private universities are so expensive. I saw this graph from 2019. The prices have gone up since then. And depending on what you're studying, it could be way more expensive than what you're seeing on the board. Like one of these universities charging about ₦1 million. The fee for law is 1.6 million at the same university. So if you don't have an average of 1 million, you can't send your child to a private university in Nigeria. So I'm not saying that we should get everybody to study abroad. I'm saying Nigeria used to be better. What did we do then? Can we get it fixed again? And this is why some people would suggest that maybe instead of waiting on the government all the time, that maybe our public universities should also increase their tuition so that they will always have money and be able to pay their staff and renovate their schools. But the problem with increasing the tuition at our public universities is that parents will tell you, where do you want us to find the money? If we have it, we would have sent them to private schools. Minimum wage is what? 30,000 naira. So how do you want us to afford it? So it looks like before we can even solve that problem, before we can suggest that maybe they need to raise the tuition instead of depending on the government all the time, it looks like we need to solve a number of things, like the minimum wage. Or maybe we should start by making it a law for the children of Nigerian officials to study in Nigeria by fire, by force. You will see how quickly they will solve all this issue. And while the students are home, let's not forget that the university workers have not been paid in the 6 months that they've also been home. In this economy, By the way, if you're a Nigerian student affected by the ongoing strike, once again, please and please don't just while away your time, on Facebook, on Instagram. Think about online courses. There are some free online courses. I've talked about that in the past in one of the videos that I made. And once again, I'll put some links in the description below. You can just Google free online courses.
The strike is having psychological and financial impact on Prince Adeola, a 400-level law student at the University of Abuja.
You can't just stay at home, like you have to go out and hustle. Because the strike, you being at home self alone, depression will just get to you. Like I've gone through like different jobs just within the space of this 6-month strike. I've done different jobs, I've worked in a hotel, I've done different things just to make money during the strike.
So the question is, how do we solve this issue? Are we going to watch our students continue to stay home when their colleagues worldwide are getting educated?
As the saying goes, when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. In this case, the Nigerian students are suffering, and they really cannot wait to get back.
Let me know what you guys think the solution is. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Kenya, guys. Things are gradually getting back to normal since the election that happened last week. Meanwhile, Raila Odinga is still rejecting the result of that election, saying that it's invalid.
I want to repeat that we totally and without reservations reject the presidential results announced yesterday by Mr. Chibukati. Today, I do not want to fully address our strategies going forward, but suffice it to note that we will be pursuing all constitutional and legal options available to us.
Let me know what you guys think about that. Should he just accept and move on, or should he actually challenge the result in court? That's what we're waiting on to know whether or not he will challenge the result of the election in court. Meanwhile, leaders of several African countries are congratulating William Ruto, who has been declared the winner of that election. Presidents of so many countries like Burundi, Tanzania, Rwanda, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the President of Zimbabwe, so many African presidents have congratulated William Ruto for emerging the winner of that election. But the one that shocked me is the president of Uganda, 77-year-old Yoweri Museveni. I'm like, how? Like, what's your business congratulating Kenya for a successful election when you don't allow that in your country? Mr. Museveni, in case you're watching, my father. That is what we call hypocrisy. Someone that has been in power since 1986, guys. 36 years in power. Baba has refused to leave, and the same man is now congratulating William Ruto in Kenya. I said, my father, I think it is better that you face forward and mind your business. Focus on your focus. I mean, how can a president make his wife the Minister of Education and the Minister of Sports? Only one woman, the First Lady, Minister of Sports, Minister of Education. And this is not an over-the-counter something. They had a huge swearing-in ceremony for Madam in 2016.
Uganda has a new cabinet. Some old faces, others new ones, but one appointment stands out. President Yoweri Museveni named his wife Janet Museveni as the new minister for the heavily funded Ministry of Education and Sports.
I mean, even if they are able to explain why she has to be the Minister of Education, how do you explain Minister of Sports? As in who, what, where? I don't understand. I don't get it. 74-year-old. Why would a 74-year-old be the Minister of Sports? How many push-ups can she do at this age? No offense to mommy. I'm just saying. It doesn't add up. This means that the First Lady is single-handedly in charge of the portfolio for the Ministry of Education in Uganda and the portfolio for the Ministry of Sports. Ugandans, this ain't right. But I don't know, maybe some Ugandans are okay with it. I don't know. Let me hear from you guys, Ugandans, because it is your country. But I really think that the man should stop congratulating others who are letting democracy reign in their country if he will not do the same thing in Uganda. We'll keep you guys posted, by the way, on what is happening in Kenya, whether there will be an inauguration, whether Raila Odinga will challenge the result of the election. So far, we're still waiting. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So So today I like to give birthday shout outs to two of my fathers that are watching this show. Thank you so much, daddies, for always watching. First of all is my very own father, Alhaji Latif Amolegbe of Maryland. Daddy, happy 69th birthday. My father will be 70 next year and he does not look it at all. By the way, this is daddy and mommy when they were young. As in, wow, my eyes are pushing me. And my father is still looking sharp. Mommy is still looking good. Wishing you many more years with all that your heart desires. And the second birthday shout out goes to my very own daddy in Dallas, Texas, Mr. Adeola, who celebrated his 65th birthday. Daddy, you look good. You look good. By the way, shout out to mommy for organizing a surprise celebration for daddy. Daddy was shocked. He shocked you, daddy, right? I know. He was shocked to see all his loved ones gather, all of them dressed up to celebrate with him for his birthday. Thank you so much, mommy. We love you. Happy birthday. Wishing you many more with all that your heart desires. Now, real quick, if you patronize Grace Ofure when I advertise her land, the perfect residence estate in 2020, the 300 square meter that you bought for 3.7 million is now worth 12.7 million naira. And the 450 square meter that you bought for 5.6 million is now worth 19.1 million naira. Hope you are taking notes. And the 600 square meter that you bought for 7.5 million is now worth 26.5 million naira. What I don't understand is why people are not selling. They keep begging, come and sell it now. They are looking for people that will sell. Look, if you feel like you missed out at the time the land is still selling, you can still buy because it will only keep doing what? Going up. Also, if you bought from the Advantage Estate when I advertised it in November of last year, the 300 square meter that was 12.6 million is now worth 15.4 million. And the 450 square meter that you bought for 18.9 million at the time is now 23.1 million. And of course, the 600 square meter that you bought for 25.5 million is now 30.8 million naira. Once again, it is not too late for you to buy if you are yet to buy because, like I said, it will only keep going up. And if anyone should buy any of the land that she's selling right now and you make your payment within 3 months, you are getting a 10% discount if you tell her that you're coming from Adeola. And if you pay within 6 months, then you will be getting only 5% discount. Just let her know that you're coming from me. Grace herself was in Houston, Texas, by the way, last week, where she met some of the people that bought land from her. She came with their documents, gave them their documents. She also came with copies of her book. I'll let you know as soon as the book is on Amazon so that you can buy it. Now, what I want to tell you today is that she's building a new apartment that comes with an all-expense paid trip to Dubai if you are able to pay your money within 3 months, or if you pay at least 30% within 3 months and you make a 5 million naira deposit. You may be qualified to go to Dubai for Christmas because she will be there for Christmas. You can celebrate Christmas there with her. And if you don't want to use your ticket to go to Dubai for Christmas, you can always go anytime that you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Regal cluster duplexes. Those are luxury 4-bedroom, fully detached duplexes that she's building located inside the Advantage Estate by Lekki Epe Expressway, very close to Lakwe Golf Course by Beachwood Estate in Lagos. Now, the price is 44.3 million naira. Don't forget, this is 4 bedrooms. But because you are coming through me, if you tell her you're coming through Adeola, she's giving you a 4.4 million naira discount. So at the end of the day, you're getting a 4-bedroom duplex for 39.8 million naira. Please know that it's not like they would furnish the whole thing. This is the specification of what you will be getting with your money, as well as the external finishings. So the amenities that you will be getting and so on, please pay attention to that so that you don't say, how come? I thought it would be fully furnished. No. By the way, you can easily rent this to foreign workers who are working at Dangote's refinery and other companies around that area. They can help you find tenants and help you manage the apartment. Please know that in the next 1 year, by the way, the price would have gone up. So this is still, it is always a good time to buy now. All you need to do is make a down payment of 5 million naira. And of course, I asked her if there are any other fees, and she said only a legal fee of 5%, 5% of whatever you pay after discount. So that will be the legal fee. So please keep that in mind. Once again, if you're able to pay everything or at least 30% plus a 5 million naira deposit, you get an all-expense paid trip to Dubai this December to spend Christmas with Grace Ofure. And if you don't want to go in December, you can always go whenever you want to go. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm going to see you all later. Peace out.